Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Final Fantasy I. When last we left off, we talked to the village of Lufinia, and, well, we got a chime. And with that, we can we can enter the, what is it called? The Mirage Tower, which is the final, shrine to the fiends. I actually was going to start this episode at the airship, but on my march back, people leveled up. And I didn't want them to level up off screen, because it was actually not a horrible level up. I'm hoping the level ups aren't random in this game. Oh boy, the thought of that is irritating. Yep, Vivi gained a level. 28 hit points, that was way more than he got, so yes they are. 22 MP. Intelligence increased, stamina increased, so yes, level ups are randomized. He did not get near that much hit points, and only slightly less MP. I think he got 21 MP, but I think he only got like 10 or 11 hit points, if I recall. It was not much. It was not much. That might have been me misreading it, and just skimming through that and being annoyed. It's like, oh, he's level up, whatever. And actually being interesting, so, you know, it's possible that it's not random, but I think it is, which is fine. I prefer random or semi-random level ups. If it was like 100% random, where it's, well, anything between 1 and 30, is, for example, is an option, that's a bit more annoying. I prefer ranges of like, 8 to 10, or 17 to 22, stuff like that. Ranges, narrow ranges. Obviously I'm being a little bit more narrow than I'm okay with. I'm just kind of using that as an example. I'm fine with greater ranges than that, depending on how they do it. I like consistency. That's, in my games, I like consistency. I mean, hell, that tends to be how I try to run tabletop games, is to make everything as consistent as possible. You're called Beretta. You're named after a handgun. What's your story, old buddy, old pal? I think Beretta's... God, actually, I think the Beretta was named after a person. But I don't know anything else beyond that. And I'm not even certain of that 2-kill. Saving gained a level, 8 hit points, luck. Whoop-de-fucking do. Great level you got there. Although, I'm not gonna... Of course I get in a battle right on top of my airship. I'm not too upset about getting a luck bonus. Luck's not bad. I think luck only maintains crits in this game. It's either just crits, or it's crits and your likelihood of being critted. Either way is fine. I'm not going to complain. Oh, I forgot to look at what I was going to look at. You're still at level 3. You're still 7. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. I am going to, however... Decision time? Yeah, whatever. I'm gonna go rest. I remember this, next area being a slight bit difficult. I think. That might just be my own, poor memory. Because there were very few... I think it's not even that it's difficult, I think it's just long. And, you know, arduous and resource intensive, let's say. Which is probably the main thing that'll be difficult about it, is using up my precious, precious resources. Because I like my resources. I like them how they are, thank you. You're using a ribbon. Do I have any other items that are worthwhile for doing mean, nasty things? I don't think I do. Cast for Gauntlets, cast Thundara. Oh, I thought they cast the... No, that would not make sense. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. I'm an idiot. Oh well. Let's continue on, shall we? And it's time. It's Vader time. It's time to... Well, enter this desert. And, well, I'm going to fly around it just to show you. There is, in the center, way the fuck over here. There's this tower here. And not much else. No way to land. You can't land on this little spit of land here, for example, because despite it being the correct size, it's not split up in a way that you can land in the middle, because this game is grid-based. Not that I'm actually genuinely... Okay, can I land here? I can. Interesting. I didn't know that. I thought you had to land down here and then walk up. It's not going to save much of time, and I'm going to land here anyway for memories, I guess? I don't actually know if that's any closer. It might be slightly, very slightly. That's interesting. I didn't know you could land there. That's fun. Let's see. So I will have you use... Mage's Staff, I guess. Because we're in a desert, and as everybody knows, desert enemies are weak against fire. Right? Right? That does lead to an interesting, what if, I guess, statement on abilities. If instead of water, like just being able to splash water at people, if you could use your water control to instead take all the water from somebody, that would be interesting. That was actually sort of the idea of a character that I had in a tabletop system. It was a fun little aside. They were a fire elemental controller. They were a fire elemental, but you know. And the sort of gimmick was that he was sort of a ranged attacker, chucking around small little fireballs that people and stuff like that. But he also had one attack that was based around I called it Desiccate. And it was basically drying somebody out completely. I do not remember this dungeon whatsoever. Oh god. Oh god. Oh lord. Oh man. Hold on just a moment. Hello, my name is Augustus, and I hate mazes in video games. God, do I hate mazes in video games. So, in order to combat that, I have a map sitting next to me, because I'm paranoid. Although this one's not as good as the other ones. There is a website that has all of the maps in this game, pictures of them, so that you can look at them and use them for reference. And I have that open next to me. I'll snort. Oh right, I don't think snort actually kicks people out of the party in this game. I don't think this. No, I don't think this game has. I can't think of any other way to describe it other than the roar ability from Pokemon. Yeah, no, I don't think it does. 2,500 gil though, that is nice. And we are, well, in a treasure trove of treasure, I guess. Yeah, Mirage Tower is, going from memory, an annoying maze, and I hate mazes. So, that should probably describe very well why I'm using a map. And for this dungeon, and no other, technically. The only time I've used a map is off-screen stuff, which was basically I wanted to run out of here and then get back here with as little foot traffic as possible. And I did so by using a map, and so I can, start off at the same place that I was. And that's fine. I was fine with that. 5,000 gil. 800 gil. But I haven't used one on screen, which is pretty rare for me. I usually have guides open for RPGs, because I usually like to try to clear out dungeons as completely as possible. At least if I played the game before. If it is a new game that I've never played before, I'm less likely to use a guide for but that's not guaranteed. Ooh, Healing Helm. What does that do? Also, I'm gonna give that to you. That's not quite as good. Cast Heal when used. That's not super helpful. A Vorpal Sword. A Vorpal Sword? Very sharp crescent blade. Its accuracy and attack are both lower than the Defender. I don't remember if the Vorpal Blade has any special abilities, so I'm going to just not equip it for now, and possibly regret that later. Possibly, anyway. Yeah, I don't remember. I think in D&D with Vorpal Blades, at least 5th edition, if you used a Vorpal Blade and crit somebody, you can cut off their head or cut off a limb or something like that. Ooh, an Aegis Shield, a cool fancy shield that guards against stone. It's equivalent stat-wise, and it guards against an extra status effect. I will equip it. Ooh, Chimeras. Which makes me remember the Chimeras in Final Fantasy X, and that was an interesting encounter when I first encountered them, because I did not expect it. I didn't know what to... Oh, they're strong against fire. Makes sense, I guess. I do, however, need to heal Mr. Monk and Vivi, so hopefully they don't... well, Vivi more so, I'm more worried about. Hopefully Vivi doesn't die in this encounter before he gets a chance to be healed. That's not going to do anything, so I'm just going to use gauntlets, I guess. That's probably going to kill you, isn't it? Oh, no. Okay, that did not do near as much damage as I thought it did. Good for me. Good for me. And 7,500 gil. Hell yeah. Kiraga on you and you. Good. I feel better about myself now. I feel vaguely safer, which is all that really matters. Ooh, ambushed. Please. Yeah, the animation designs in this game are really cool. I love, I guess this is still technically sprite work, so I will call it sprite work. I love good sprite work. If I had artistic ability, or the disposable income and the want to use it for such things, I'd probably make sprite work artwork for this channel, or pay somebody to do it, but I have neither of those things, so I don't. We're only getting to level 28 hit points, 4 MP, agility, stamina, and, you know, maybe if I make shitty graphical stuff enough times, I'll eventually become technically passable at it. That's not true, I am passable at it, depending on what I'm making. I've actually made some really good quality maps, for example. And I'm quite proud of them. And, well, like, players seem to like them, so there's that. But I'm not good at creating my own assets, let's just say. I'm competent at using other things to get what I want them to be. Kind of, anyway. And, as I should say, in case this episode is running short, or I keep pausing, I'm still kind of sick. It's not, like, horrible, but, it's also very, very cold. I think it's, like, well, cold for here. I like the cold. Guardian, aren't you a super difficult enemy in Final Fantasy VI? Isn't the Guardian a super boss? Not like a super boss exactly, but kind of, sorta, in the first portion of the game, maybe? Fuck, I don't remember. Which way do I want to go? Bumped my phone on my table. Okay, looking at it, I want to get to the central area, and I'm there. So that's going to take some time. Okay. That's also a lot of enemies, and a lot of cockatrices. And cockatrice type enemies. Which means I'm going to use the Mage's Staff. You use gauntlets. Yeah, there we go. That'll work just fine. I distracted myself. I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, I'm still vaguely sick and it's kind of cold. I don't deal well with cold, going from cold to hot. Like major variations in temp. Like, today is Wednesday, for example. And last Friday, it was like 70. So it was decently warm. Hey, Rosa gained a level. 8 hit points, 20 MP, stamina, luck. And that's usually when the sick conversation again, when I get sick is when the weather changes. I also managed to get a cough that doesn't really go away. Like, I have a cough from basically late spring, late summer to early fall, and we'll keep it until late spring. I'm okay during the early parts of summer, and then I'm not so okay. That's not going to be very useful, but I guess it's better than nothing. Actually, let's have you heal. But, you know, I'm used to it. I'm old enough I have to be. And it's mostly just allergies, but temperature variations suck. If I had my choice, I'd live somewhere where it's cold and, cold year-round. Like, probably somewhere, I don't know, I couldn't give a very good place. Probably not Alaska, because that's very cold and everything's very far away. I'm going to heal yourself. It sounds like a good idea. Somewhere that's, has nice... I love the snow. I don't get to see snow enough, and I love cold, snowy winters. Vivi gained a level 25 hit points, 11 hit MP. Hell yes, agility, luck. Not bad at all. Cannot complain about that level up. I mean, I could, but I'm not going to because it was quite good. So, what do you all like? As I mentioned, I like the cold. What kind of weather do you like? Like, I know some people love the heat, love living in deserts and, stuff like that. I mean, I could live in the desert, but or around the desert anyway. I'd fucking hate it though. I'm capable of doing it, but I would be miserable. But again, I know people that love that sort of environment, and I'm curious as to what all, actually, out of curiosity... Oh, I can't actually use... Okay, I didn't figure I could, but I was gonna check and feel like a giant idiot if I could, but... Okay, it's stated. I know people that can live in the desert. I know very few people that can live in the cold, or that really, really want to live in the cold anyway, but that's more just a relic of where I happen to live. Because I live somewhere where it's hot, and most people are like, oh yeah, no, I like the heat, heat's fine. So it's, very consistent in that. Sabin gained a level, 8 hit points, agility, intelligence, stamina, luck. Sabin's levels have been kind of Hello there. Our friend left on a journey to the west. He took the warp cube. He went to see our master. Interesting. Very interesting. The door to the central area is to the south. Okay, I need to go this way. Yes, I need to go this way. So I'm curious as to what kind of weather you like, and what kind of environment would you want to live in if you had the choice. I mean, not everybody lives where they, want to. Oh. I mean, that makes sense that I can't have to stop doing that, me. People use that. But not everybody does. Like, I mean, I don't hate where I live. But I do wish I lived other places. So I'm curious as to about that as well. What kind of weather, what kind of environment would you like? I like suburban sort of areas, kind of. I like having quick access to huge downtown areas, but I also like quiet, that a lot of suburban areas tend to have. Ooh, 4 vampires. I remember when you were supposedly a tough enemy. Let's see. It was the light axe. Yes. It did the good stuff. But I know some people that just, want to live out in the countryside, out in the boonies, out in the sticks, out in the rural areas, and, where they won't ever see their neighbor or anything like that. I don't want to. Part of that is internet access, and I hate driving. If I had to drive 20 minutes to get anywhere interesting, like just to go to a grocery store, I guess, not even anywhere interesting, I would be miserable. Absolutely miserable. That's why where I live currently, there's a grocery store, and I can walk there and get there in like 10 minutes, 15, depending on how slow I'm walking. If I'm like lazing around, or not lazing, but listing lazily, I guess, it'll take longer. But yeah, I can get there if I'm actually just walking there in like 5-10 minutes. So that's, handy. I don't mind being a little bit farther. If I have to drive like 5-10 minutes, I'm fine with that. I just don't want to drive like 20 or 30 to get a fucking gallon of milk, But some people like that. I just don't. And I've always been interested in, not always, but I am interested in seeing what different, Thor's hammer, what different people like. You cast Thundara when used. Oh, and you have better stats anyway, so it's fine. Yeah. What am I even debating? 1300 gil, and an encounter. Sorry, I'm looking at something very quickly. Thor's hammer. I'm trying to find, as I speak far, far away, the exit. It's down. Okay, I found it. Okay. I have found the exit now. 7600 gil, a cottage, a sunblade. That's a sentient sword, isn't it? Sunblade, it's effective against undead. Lower accuracy, but it has higher damage, which is good enough for me. I'm convinced. You've convinced me, game. 10,000 kill. I'm a dragon mail. Hell yeah, that sounds cool. I want dragon mail. It's better than diamond. I'm sure. In reality, diamond armor would suck shit. I know it's a Minecraft thing as well. But diamond armor, you could hit it with a hammer and it'll just break. So, no, I actually want you to use, whatever the hell it's called, the light axe. What the fuck is it? This one. Here, yeah, you. Diamond armor would suck. It would look cool. Imagine how fucking pimpin' it would be walking around with a set of diamond armor everywhere. It's just, it's gonna be heavy, I think. I think diamond's decently heavy. You're gonna look like a dork, although that doesn't bother most people. Not that I can blame them too much for that, because I don't mind looking like a dork half the time. And it's not useful. It's not practical. If your armor breaks because somebody smacked you with a fucking hammer, it's not going to be useful. I know warhammers were a thing, and they were used for specifically crushing mail. But if your entire set of armor just breaks and falls off and is rendered useless because some dumb fuck with a hammer just kind of whacked you, or somebody shield bashed you at least, and it breaks, it's not gonna do very well for you. I know there's a whole diamond's the hardest material, whatever, but it's what is the hardness and durability or whatever, or malleability or something, are two different things. Diamond can cut and scratch pretty much anything, but it can't withstand being hit with stuff very well, or whatever the term for that is. I don't really know. And I don't know enough about, I don't know what the terms are. I think diamond is the sharpest mineral or something, and it's just not malleable at all, or it has a low, I don't fucking know. Ignore me, I'm dumb. I don't know things, at all. All I know, well, what do I know? What do I know? What do I know? I know some about wrestling. I know some video game stuff and generic history knowledge, cultures, but I'm not like an expert in anything. I couldn't tell you in detail, God, about pretty much anything. I'm already getting to level 9 hit points, 4 MP, strength, stamina, luck. I'm what you would call, my knowledge level is, what's a good way to describe it? Very wide, very shallow. What is it? Wide as an ocean, shallow as a puddle, sort of thing. I don't think my knowledge skills is as wide as the ocean. Granted, I know a lot of trivial bunch of bullshit, but I'm not super intelligent like that. I just know surface level stuff because I will like get stuff from osmosis or from a book that I read or reading a Wikipedia article and remembering like 2 sentences from it. Hi. Oh, I already talked to you. But that's really it. I'm not like an expert in anything. And this floor is... I'm going to save here. Mostly because of my own paranoia. And that's no other reason. Just because it's been a while. And not because this is a spiked... Oh, it's just a blue dragon. It's actually kind of disappointing. Blue dragons aren't too... That was actually quite a lot of damage. And that was to my fighter. I think if you hit anybody else, that would be unfortunate for me. That's a pretty cool looking sword. Oh, yeah, you're a bitch. You're a pushover. Okay. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. None of this matters. And we're gonna heal you because you took a hell of a fucking hit. Use the warp cube to travel beyond the sky. It will take you to the flying fortress. Okay. Well, let's go to the flying fortress. And with that, a change of environment, a change of soundtrack, and the change of an episode. So, next time we explore the flying fortress. And I hope to see you all there.